A lot of people want to carry a multi-tool on them, but the problem with most of them is that they're too heavy and get in the way when you're walking around every day, and a lot of people feel like it weighs them down. Well, keychain multi-tools are a good option. Today I want to review two different keychain multi-tools. I have here the Micra and the Leatherman Style CS. And I think it's been, at least from what I can see on YouTube, it's probably been a good 2 years since anyone's reviewed either one of these tools. So I figured it'd be a good time to give you a 2016, here's the Micra, here's the Style in 2016. So, like I said before, these are both keychain multi-tools. This one has ridden on my keychain, as has this one. They kind of alternate out. And they're both great tools. Don't get me wrong, I love both of them. They both have really great functionality. But there are some differences between them that may make one right for you and the other one maybe not as good for you. So let's start with the Micra here. The Micra has 10 tools total on it. It weighs about 1.6 ounces, so a little over 1.5 ounces. It has spring-loaded scissors, and all of its tools are accessible from the inside. So you have to open the tool to access you have to open the tool to access the other instruments inside. So you have a pair of tweezers here. You have a pair of tweezers, which they don't come out. They just lock, they don't even lock. They're just on a slip joint like this. But I mean, they are tweezers, as you can see here. They do kind of bend pretty easily. This one here is already kind of out of shape and bent. Next, you have the nail file tool here. And this one again, or sorry, not the nail file. This is the flathead. Sorry. This is the flathead screwdriver. And then I have one more in here. This is a bottle opener slash extra small flathead screwdriver. And on the other side, you have the nail tool, the other flathead screwdriver, and a little blade, a 420 HC blade. The Micra also has spring-loaded scissors, and honestly, they're decent. They're all right. They struggle cutting some things that the Style CS just goes right through. That's one of my big problems with it. The other big problem I have with this is the inside tools. I don't like the inside accessibility, and the tweezers on them are kind of weak, as I showed before. This is also a very heavy tool to wear on your key ring. I know 1.6 ounces doesn't really seem like a whole lot, but because this thing is metal on the outside, the body of it is metal. When you have it hanging on your keys, you can actually feel the weight on your keys. I mean, it's not terrible. It doesn't make carrying the keys unbearable, but you can definitely tell the weight difference here as opposed to the Style CS. But overall, this is the Micra. Like I said before, it has 10 tools, 1.6 ounces. The price point on it is about $30, which that's something else I'm not real stoked about, because for $30, you can get one of Leatherman's budget tools. I think it's like the Sidekick or something, or not the Sidekick, the new, the Rev, I believe, is now the $30 multi-tool. But again, this, some people don't like to have a multi-tool in their pocket. They just like to carry them on their keychain. And the Micra is suitable for that. It will work. Like I said, the weight the weight doesn't bother some people. For me, the weight is kind of a downside, as well as the inside accessibility of the tools. Now, here is the Style CS, the 2016 Style CS. It has spring-loaded scissors, as you can see. They're pretty much the same as the Micra, but I like these better because they're smoother. Like as you close them here like this, they're smoother and they feel better. This one you have to kind of force. You feel like you're forcing it more. And on the outside here, the knife and the knife is outside accessible, as well as it has a nail file attachment as well, and it also has a screwdriver here on the end. And those are both outside accessible, which I really, really like about this tool. Also, this tool weighs 1.2 ounces, so about 0.4 ounces less than the Micra, and it's really light. I hardly notice this on my keys. It also has a carabiner that serves as a bottle opener as well. That attaches really easy onto your keychain, which is another thing. The Micra here has just a little key ring, which, you know, it's not too difficult to attach, but this is super easy. You literally just open that, click it onto your keys, and go. It also has a pair of tweezers in here, and these tweezers, the one critique I have about this is these tweezers are so hard to get out of this thing and put back in. You have to force these things back in there to get these back in. And I'm not sure if it's maybe a break-in thing, because this is relatively a new tool, so I'm not sure if it just kind of needs to be broken in, or if that's kind of how it's going to be for good. But that's the one critique I have of it. Other than that, you know, this is my keychain multi-tool of choice, because I still have the screwdriver, I still have a little blade, and I have the scissors, which I carry a full-size multi-tool. I carry a rebar in my pocket every day, but the rebar doesn't have scissors. So for me, who just needs scissor capability, this is my preference. Now, the one other pocket multi-tool a lot of people know that I don't have on here is the Swiss Army Knife Classic. And I carried the Classic for a while on my keychain too. And it you know, it was alright. Swiss Army makes a great product. The problem that I had with it was it didn't have a main focus. Like, it was good at everything but not great. These two have scissors as their main focus, so they have great scissors. They don't just have good scissors. Whereas the Victorinox Classic has scissors, a knife, you know, the nail file attachment, all that, but they're all on the outside of the tool, so the scissors are just a little thing that folds up out and onto the slip joint, like the blade is on here. The scissors are just like this. They just fold out like that. So they're okay scissors, but they're not great scissors. This is focused primarily on scissor capability with a couple of extra tools, and that is my preference. As far as capability go, I'd rather have something that's great at something and good at a couple other things, or even average at a couple other things, but as long as it's great at something. I can't talk tonight. So, overall, you know, like I said, Leatherman makes some pretty good products, and they're great to use, and they're pretty fun, but, if I had to choose one, I would choose the Style CS, because like I said, it's lighter, you don't really notice it on your keys, it's got the tools you need, and they're outside accessible. This is more of a, I guess I would consider this more of a, I don't carry any multi-tool, but I want to have some kind of multi-tool on me. That's what the Micra is for. This is more of a, I carry a multi-tool, but I want to have more of a scissor capability, or kind of just a small little backup. Anyways, guys, that's just my short review on the 2016 Style CS and the 2016 Micra.